Talk about how a running toilet can affect your water treatment system and a low yield well. So if a toilet was running, let's say at a gallon a minute, there's 1,440 minutes in a day. That means that the toilet can process 1,440 gallons uselessly. So if you normally use 200 to 300 gallons of water in a house, that means that this is going to do 4 or 5 times the amount of water. So the water treatment's working harder and the well's working harder. So how we want to check that? First, what we want to do is remove the lid to the water closet. And then inside, the most common problem is that the water level gets too above the overflow chimney. So here we can see the red stain line. And so these people had iron in their water and it left a residue in here. And so we could see that a lot of times the water is actually creeping over the top of this, running. It may have only been a small amount, a pint or quart a minute, but it still adds up to several hundred gallons of water a day. And so they just either didn't have the flow adjusted properly or the flow just wasn't working at all. The other classic for there is the flapper, which is this part right here where the chain's attached to when it lifts and seats. Now if it gets stuck in the kind of open position, it's going to let a lot of water down through there. So you want to make sure that that flapper is seating properly. So here is what we have is a fill valve, and basically how it's going to work is as the water lifts or fills in there, lifts the float, and when it gets high, it shuts it off. You can see it cantilevers here. So when we take this apart, we slide this, and then inside there's just this small little pin that you can see right there, and that's as small of a hole that lets the water through. So if you get a little bit of sand and grit up through here, one of two things can happen. Either it won't shut off and it'll keep filling and go through the overflow, or it won't let the water in, or fill very, very slowly. So that's usually the main cause when you have grit that comes up through the house if you don't have a proper filtration, or it's in bypass, or you don't have any at all. The other trick is the flapper valve, and these can be purchased at a home retailer. They're very easy to change. Literally, you just have to reach in and just set of ears in there. There's one side. Here's the other side, and this is where it comes out. You can see where the ear's clipped in. And this surface here can become warped or have grit on it, or the seat itself down inside can become warped or have grit on it, and it's just going to let water seep through. And again, this term of 1,440 minutes in a day, really the math adds up quickly. And it's also can be harmful for your septic system at the same time.